Ty Squad? What's going on, everybody? Ty here with another video. So Trae Young went. Trae Young is in trade rumors. I really don't see him leaving the Hawks. I really don't see him leaving the Hawks. The reason why is I think he's going to retire a Atlanta Hawk, and Hawk fans really want a championship. And I think in the next three to 4 years, you guys will get a championship. And I really don't see Atlanta going into rebuild mode. I really don't see that happening. I get that the Murray Trae Young afferent duo really didn't work out for the Hawks. I get that, but I do understand that Trae Young wants to win a championship, and if Trae Young isn't happy, I'm just saying, if Trae Young isn't happy and he asks for a trade, then we can all say he asked for a trade. But I really don't see him leaving the Hawks. I see him retiring with the Hawks and winning a championship in the next 2 to 3 years or next 3 to 4 years. It all depends on if you can get the right guys in the locker room to help Trae Young win games, because he has been in the play-in tournament, he has been in the playoffs. I really think Trae Young really wants to win a championship for the Hawks. I really can see that happening for Hawks fans. As a Cavs fan, I can really see that happening because you guys really need a championship at this point. And Trae Young can hit easy money buckets. I just think Trae Young needs that second star. He had John Collins for a few years, and then he had Murray for 2 years. I can definitely see probably Trae Young getting that star, or probably someone that the Hawks drafted come into a star and be that next star by Trae Young, so he doesn't have to take a lot of easy money bucket shots or easy money bucket free. But the Hawks, all I can say is that I can see him winning a championship in the next 3 years. But in other news, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese both broke records this past week. I can say Caitlin Clark broke the assist record as a rookie, and Angel Reese broke the all-time double-double record as a rookie. I can say this: more people need to tune in. I don't care how many times I say this. I don't care how many times I say this, okay? And I know I don't care how many times I say this or how many times I say this, and I don't care who doesn't like this or who doesn't like that I talk about this on my pod. I don't care at this point. If you like my pod, good. If you don't, okay. I'm just going to clarify that. But back to my take. I think more people need to pay attention to the WNBA more like they do to the NBA, because the WNBA got stars. They got Agent Wilson, they got Casey Plum, they got Tarasi, they got Caitlin Clark, they got Angel Reese. Like, whoever misses those players breaking those records in the WNBA, you must be sleeping. You must be sleeping because some people are sleeping on the WNBA. And I don't really get that. I don't really get that. The WNBA is the same way as the NBA is. The same way. And I'm going to keep it real on my pod, on this episode pod, but the same way. And for Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark breaking those records, that's a big accomplishment for them. And congrats to them. Congrats to them for breaking those records. I think more people should pay attention to the WNBA and more people should watch the WNBA. And I think the players should get paid like the NBA players get paid. The WNBA players should get paid like the NBA players get paid. I don't care how many times I say that either. But in other news, the WNBA is getting two more teams, is advancing two more teams to the league. They are getting a team in Golden State and in Toronto, Canada. This is actually good for the WNBA because I can see them probably having a kind of draft like the NBA did this when they offended the NBA to 30 teams where a couple players get drafted, get in like a pool draft, and get drafted to like Golden State, get drafted to like the Canada team. But I think it's very interesting for Canada to get a WNBA team and for Golden State to get a WNBA team because that will give more people in those cities to go watch basketball and more people to tune in to watch WNBA basketball. But I definitely think that's a good thing for the WNBA because that brings in more views, that brings in more endorsements, and that brings in more ticket sales. I'm just going to say that. So I think it's a good move by the WNBA that they're offending their team, they're, they're, that they're offending the league for two more teams. I hope they offended more for more teams for different cities. I would really like to see that. But it's good that Toronto and California and Golden State around that get those WNBA teams. Um, but in other news, Kevin Durant is out with a calf injury. I would say I would say he's day for day right now with his calf injury. I would say that Kevin Durant will actually be back for the Olympics. Will be back for the Olympics. If he's day for day right now with his calf injury, we really don't have to worry about if Kevin Durant when Kevin Durant comes back because he's Kevin Durant for crying out loud. He's Kevin Durant for crying out loud. But we do have a good team in Devin Booker, Halliburton, um, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Bam, Drew Holiday, um, um, Embiid. Like we have, and in Devin Booker, we have, and Jason Tatum. We have players that can get easy money buckets and that can get welcome to Jam City dunks. So by the time Kevin Durant comes back, and we got Anthony Edwards, by the time Kevin Durant comes back from his calf injury, if it's day to day, we are going to be, I think this team will be better than the Redeem team and the Dream team, in my opinion. But we are going against Serbia in the first Olympics game. I'm not too worried there, even though Serbia has Jokic. I'm not too worried there about that game, but I can definitely see us winning gold. In other news, Bronny sat out his second summer league game. Bronny sat out for his second summer league game with a knee injury. I would say Bronny's first game, Bronny's first game, 4 points, 2 boards, 1 assist. I would say that's decent. At least he attribute. At least he attribute to the Lakers. At least he attribute that game. I know some people are going to say, well, Bronny scored 4 points in college in his first game back with USC. Yeah, he did. He's he's trying to find his rhythm. Once you find your rhythm in the game or in the game or once you find your rhythm, you got that going for you. Um, so I definitely think Bronny will find his rhythm when it's either the NBA regular season or somewhere at this point in summer league when he returns from his injury. But I do think Bronny's going to be one of the greatest players in the for the future for the league. I can say that now. You guys can disagree with me or disagree with me, um, but but I think Bronny's going to be a awesome player going into the near future. In other news, the Browns opening day game is against the Cowboys. I can say this, I can see us picking up the dub there. I can definitely see us picking up the dub there because the last time we won a Super Bowl or the last time we were in the championship game was in 1964, 1955, around that, when we had the great Jim Brown playing. But we have made the playoffs the last couple of years. We have made the playoffs in 2020 and in 2022. So I'm really confident in this Browns team. I'm really confident in this Browns team that we can win a Super Bowl. Because with a healthy Deshaun Watson, with a healthy Nick Chubb, I think we are going to win a Super Bowl, and I think we can win our division this year. Um, because last year we had Joe Flacco who played so well in the playoffs. Man, I wish we re-signed Joe Flacco. Um, but We are trying to re-sign Amari Cooper, who we traded a few years ago, who where we traded for a few years ago from Dallas to come to us. The Browns are trying to re-sign Amari Cooper, but Amari Cooper is holding out for a new contract deal, which I hope we re-sign him there. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And stay blessed.